coffee cafe, sugar packets torn in two. You looked up across the tray, like the whole place faded from view. Teacups cooling by our hands, nervous smiles we couldn't hide. Tiny shifts no one understands, as courage gathered up inside. Sky bleeds into dawn, your footsteps echo down the lane. I watch the city breathe alone while memories slip like rain. Every street recalls your name, every shadow plays the game. I reach for sparks that drift away, a light I cannot stay. Even when the night dissolves, they whisper out falling stars and fading hearts. The twilight hums across the street. Your shadow lingers by the gate. I hear your footsteps in my mind through corridors of fate. Every window holds your light. Every silence feels your flight. I try to capture what's gone by, but echoes never lie. Where your voice remains, it lingers in the empty air. Every whisper shapes the night. Every heartbeat finds you there. Where your voice remains, a song I cannot erase. Even when the world moves on, it finds me in this place. The rain traces the window pane, each drop a memory of your words. I walk through rooms where we once dreamed and hear the songs unheard. Every corner keeps your name. Every shadow fans a flame. I hold the sound inside my chest and feel it settle like a guess. Where your voice remains, it lingers in the empty air. Every whisper shapes the night. Every heartbeat finds you there. Where your voice remains, a song I cannot erase. Even when the world moves on, it finds me in this place. So when the night is cold and still and stars reflect what's true, I close my eyes and listen close. Where your voice remains, it's you. Wax drips slowly down the side. Golden flickers paint the wall. Chairs pull close, no need to hide. As quiet settles over all, your outline sways across the room, dancing in the tender glow. Every movement starts to bloom in the hush we've come to know. light spilled through the blinds. Your coffee cup was still half full. You smiled like we had all the time, but the clock was never dull. I held my breath in quiet rooms where words were never said. I felt the space between your heart and the life you chose instead. Down the hall, a sound I chased but never hold. You called me when the night got tall. Stories whispered soft and bold. Every glance, a quiet truth. Every step, a space I knew. I felt the pull of almost love and how it stayed with me. I loved you in the in-between, where your eyes said more than words, where your hands were almost mine and your heart was barely heard. I loved you in the in-between, when your world kept moving on. If loving you was just a pause, I paused, I stayed, I held on. So here I stand in empty light, memories soft but clear. I loved you in the in-between, and I'll love you always here. The clock ticks louder in the dark, shadows whispers through the hall. Your jacket's still draped on the chair like nothing changed at all. I trace the space where you once stood, the silence learns me well. I reach for words I cannot say, they vanish like a spell. When silence learned my name, it spoke the truth I couldn't hide. It knew the love, the loss, the blame, the pieces I keep inside. When silence learned my name, it held me while I broke in two. It said the heart remembers pain and still remembers you. Your coffee cup is upside down, a memory I can't erase. I talk to walls like old friends now, they echo your quiet grace. Every shadow in this room feels like it knows my fear. I try to scream without a sound, but silence draws me near. When silence learned my name, it spoke the truth I couldn't hide. It knew the love, the loss, the blame, the pieces I keep inside. When silence falls softly on the street. Footsteps echo where we walked. You left a note I couldn't keep, words we never fully talked. I watched the door swing one last time. The silence learned my pain. I tried to hold the pieces close, but they slipped through my hands again. Soft hearts don't break quietly, they shatter in the dark unseen. Every tear a secret melody, every sigh a memory. Soft hearts don't break quietly, they leave a trace we can't erase. Even when the world moves on, the cracks remain in place. Your sweater hangs upon the chair, it still smells like yesterday. I talk to shadows everywhere, they know what I can't say. I feel the weight of almost love, the echo of what could have been. I tried to speak, but words betrayed and left me with a quiet sting. Soft hearts don't break quietly, they shatter in the dark unseen. Every tear a secret melody, every sigh a memory. Soft hearts don't break quietly, they leave a trace we can't erase. Even when the world moves on, the cracks remain in place. So walk alone beneath the rain. With every beat I still remain. Soft hearts don't break quietly, but they learn to live again. The morning light crept through the blinds, your coffee cooled beside my hand. We whispered plans we never made, like time was something we could stand. Every look a quiet vow, every pause a truth unspoken. I felt the world rush past our feet, but we stayed, hearts unbroken. We were never meant to hurry, never meant to chase the day. Every moment held a story, every breath a place to stay. We were never meant to hurry, slow enough to feel the flame. In the quiet, in the waiting, love remains the same. Jacket hangs upon the chair, a trace of you in every room. I talk to shadows like old friends, they know your laugh, your bloom. Every step we almost took was caught between our hearts. I felt the world push us along, but we stayed where we belong. We were never meant to hurry, never meant to chase the day. Every moment held a story, every breath a place to stay. We were never meant to hurry, slow enough to feel the flame. In the quiet, in the waiting, love remains the same. So if life tries to pull us fast, I'll hold your hand and we'll remain. We were never meant to hurry, our hearts will lead the way. Porch lights fading into dawn, bakery scents along the street. You arrive before the yawn, with quiet steps and steady feet. Bouquet resting by your side, petals rich in velvet red. A shy grin you cannot hide, saying more than words have said. Coffee, roses in your eyes, morning wrapped in amber hue. Every glance a soft surprise, pulling all my focus corner table near the glass, saucers clinking gentle rhyme. People drift as minutes pass, lost inside this scene sublime. Steam ascends between our faces, fragrance sweet from blooms you bring. In these small and tender traces, life's a quiet, lovely thing. Coffee, roses in your eyes, simple gifts that mean so much. No disguise, no grand disguise, just the warmth of sight and touch. If Sunday mornings feel unsure and routine shift out of you, I'll remember something pure. Coffee, roses in your eyes too. The night drifts heavy on the hills. Your hand once brushed against the air. I feel the pulse of vanished thrills in corners where we used to care. Every shadow hums your name, every silence fans the flame. I reach for something far away, a warmth that could not stay. Echoes of a distant touch, they linger where the light won't reach. Every heartbeat calls your memory, every step recalls the breach. Echoes of a distant touch, they whisper through the endless night. Even when the dawn arrives, they pull me towards your light. The candle quivers in the gloom. The walls remember how you smiled. I trace your steps across the room and feel the distance reconciled. Every breath recalls your grace, every pause keeps your embrace. I hold the echo in my chest, a presence I cannot rest. Echoes of a distant touch, they linger where the light won't reach. Every heartbeat calls your memory, every step recalls the breach. Echoes of a distant touch, they whisper through the endless night. Even when the dawn arrives, they pull me towards your light. So I walk beneath the fading sky, through shadows soft and much, and every fleeting trace I find are echoes of your distant touch. Rooftop view above the town, windows blinking far below. We just watch the traffic drown in a slow electric glow. Dusty cups along the ledge, conversations drifting wide, neither standing near the edge, yet nothing left to hide. That night felt like forever, stretched beyond the turning day. Every second held together in a fragile, shining way. Faint guitars from streets beneath, laughter carried through the air. You brush crumbs from my sleeve like you always place them there. We trace shapes across the sky, naming stars we barely knew, letting hours wander by with no need for something new. That night felt like forever, calm within a restless scene. Every moment tied together in between what might have been. Backstair landing after class, dusty sunlight through the pane. We would linger as crowds passed, listening to distant rain. Share notebooks on your knees, whisper softer than a sigh, hidden from the passing breeze, letting busy moments fly. We loved in the quiet corners, out of sight from hurried days. No big scenes or grand performers, just our own unspoken ways. Bookshop aisles with creaking floors, reading titles side by side, lost between the endless doors where our secret hours would hide. Fingertips along a page, pausing when our shoulders met. Every small and tender stage turned to something we won't forget. We loved in the quiet corners, sheltered from the rushing crowd, in the calm where trust was warmer than the noise outside and loud. If louder lives pull us apart and distance calls our names once more, I'll keep close inside my heart the hush we found in hidden tiny chapel by the pier, wooden benches worn and plain. You leaned close so I could hear your soft laugh above the rain. Dripping wax along the stand, pulling slowly near the base. You guided gently with your hand to carve letters in that space. Our names in candle wax, etched beside a quiet flame. No grand bow or paper acts, yet nothing felt the same. Ocean murmur through the night, salted air against the door. We stayed longer than we might, tracing marks once more.